Hello all, welcome back to our channel. So students, in this video we are going to discuss whole summaries which you are having in your English subject of semester 1 under Usmania University. By watching this video you can score part B full marks, that is 60 of 60 marks. Just listen whatever I am explaining in this video. So ఈ వీడియోలో నేర్చుకుంటే సరిపోతుంది. Actually whatever the notes I have provided in this video was maintained, was summarized by our own student, and I especially thanks to Aishwarya. So now let's get into the video. This video will be useful to you all. Okay students, first we will discuss about the summary, that is in the bazaars of Hyderabad, that is unit number 1 poem lesson. Actually all these notes was written, was maintained, all these rows was written by one of our subscriber, and her name is Aishwarya, and she was studying in semester 1. So I really appreciate her, because like this you need to do your notes making so instead of learning it from CR material or any other publications, you will not at all understand. Okay, once if you write that summaries by your own means, you will also get a clarity. And English is a as I have said, it is a basical generalized subject, no? So instead of it by hiding it from other materials, try to write it in your own way, so you will also easily get a revision. Like that also you will improve your handwriting and everything, it will be so like that. Okay, so I'm I'm explaining from her notes only. Okay, a special thanks to Aishwarya. Okay, so first in the bazaars of Hyderabad, first you need to write about the author. చాలా మంది ఏం అడుగుతున్నారు, మనము ఇట్లా సైడ్ హెడింగ్స్ పెట్టాలా అక్క అని చాలా మంది అడిగినారు. సో కంపల్సరీ సైడ్ హెడింగ్స్ అనేది పెట్టాలి. ఓకే, వాట్ ఆర్ ద సైడ్ హెడింగ్స్? యూ నీడ్ టు కీప్ ఇట్ about the author, about the poem, and summary. If you want to write the conclusion, you can write, or else you can skip it. Okay, about the author, about the poem, and summary, after that conclusion. Like this type of 4 side headings you need to keep it to impress the paper evaluator. Okay, so instead of writing it in a paragraph, whole theory paragraph means nobody will like will give full marks for that. Okay, you should write it in an attractive manner. Okay, so first we will discuss about the author. How you write about the author means, the poem in the bazaars of Hyderabad was written by Sarojini Naidu. If you want to write her date of birth means, you can, or else you can skip it. Okay, so in the bazaars of Hyderabad, poem was written by Sarojini Naidu. She was the president of Indian National Congress and the first woman governor in India. That's it. You should not exceed about the author more than 5 to 6 lines. Okay, some of the students will write lengthy paragraphs for the about the author. You should not do like that. About the author should be minimum 5 to 6 lines only. The poem was written by Sarojini Naidu, and she was the first president of Indian National Congress and the first woman governor of India. Like that. Okay, so after that, about the poem. So about the poem, what are the key roles you are finding in the poem that you need to write in this paragraph? How we should write? The poem was written as a part of this Swadeshi movement. It was written as a part of this Swadeshi movement. During the freedom movement, the Indian decided to boycott European merchandise and use the Indian product. So about the poem, in this poem, whatever the things you are having, so in the like in the Swadeshi movement, what we have done in the movement, we are boycotted the Western products. Okay, సో ఇక్కడ ఏమైతుంది, మనం ఫ్రీడమ్ కోసం కొట్లాడినప్పుడు ఏమైందనంటే, మనము యూరోపియన్ ప్రోడక్ట్స్ ఏదైనా కూడా, డ్రెస్సెస్ కానీ ఏదైనా కానీ మనం బైకాట్ చేసినాము. బైకాట్ చేసి ఓన్లీ ఇండియన్ ప్రోడక్ట్స్ని యూస్ చేసుకోవాలి అని చెప్పి ఒక రూల్ అనేది మెయింటైన్ చేశాము. ఓకేనా, సో దాట్ యూ నీడ్ టు రైట్ ఇట్. ఓకే, త్రూ ద పోయం ఇన్ ద బజార్స్ ఆఫ్ హైదరాబాద్, సరోజిని నాయుడు వాంటెడ్ టు కన్వే హర్ మెసేజ్ that India is rich in tradition and they do not need any foreign products. What she have concluded in the poem? India does not need any foreign product. India is rich in their own traditions. Whatever we have, that is, we are having rich in that, in our nation. Like that, she has concluded. So she goes on the give a picture of a borrower where traditional Indian products are ruling. So in Hyderabad city, whatever the products you are having, she is expressing that products to convey and to conclude that India is rich in their own tradition and it does not need any foreign products. Okay, so this is about the poem. In this poem we are learning about this. And after that, summary. What is the summary you are learning? The summary, like that you are keeping the summary. Okay, after keeping the summary, the poem begins with the poet's question to the merchants about what they are selling, and she was questioned to the sellers. Merchant means seller. So what you are selling, about the thing, whatever the product you are selling, like that she asked the question. She sees that the goods are displayed nicely to you all the buyers. Okay, so what she said, goods are displayed nicely to the buyers. Okay, whatever the goods you are having, whatever the goods the seller has having, that they are showing it in a nice way. The merchantile replied that they are selling examination and silver colored turbans. And whatever the merchant means seller who is the selling the product was replied that they are the silver colored turbans, it seems. Okay, like this only in a generalized manner you need to write it, ma. No need of learning any by hiding any topic. Okay, just you need to understand the summary. Okay, so next paragraph. The poem visits the vendors, the maidens and the peddlers. She asks the vendors what they are waiting for sale. The vendors reply that they are waiting saffron and rice. Okay, and again she went to the another vendors, and whatever she has asking means whatever you are waiting for sale. ఏమి అమ్మనికే మీరు ఏమంటారు, తూకం అంటారు కదా తెలుగులో, ఏమంటారు దాన్ని, తరాజ్ తరాజ్ ఎందుకు చేస్తున్నారు అని అన్నాడు. సో వెండాస్ ఏమని రిప్లై చేసినారు అంటే, మేము సాఫ్రాన్ అండ్ రైస్ అనేది అమ్ముతాము అని రిప్లై చేసినారు. ఓకేనా ఇక్కడ. సో ద పోయెట్ దెన్ ఆస్ ద మెయిడెన్ గర్ల్స్ వాట్ దే ఆర్ గ్రైండింగ్, అండ్ అగైన్ షీ ఆస్క్డ్ ఫర్ ద మెయిడెన్ గర్ల్స్ ఏమి రుబ్బుతున్నారు మీరు, వాట్ యు ఆర్ గ్రైండింగ్ ఇన్ దట్. And again what they have replied, we have grinding the sandalwood, henna and spices. They have replied that we have grinding the sandalwood, henna and spices. Okay, then the poet now goes up to the goldsmith and asks that what they are making. Goldsmith, she went to the gold shop and she was asked that what you are making. And what they have replied, we are making whistles, ankle and ring to the adorners, bells to the fight to the feet of the blue pigeons. So whatever they are saying, we are making rings, we are making necklaces, like that they have replied, it seems. Okay, so they are also making gold glitter for the dancers and golden shirts for the keeping the king's words. Okay, so whatever they are doing their work, they are expressing. She is asking the question, the author is asking the questions, and the vendor and the merchant, they are replying for her question. Okay, you need to write that for whom she has asked for the questions. Okay students, for whom she was asked that questions, you need to write it about that. Okay, so after that, next para you need to changing the para is must and should. Okay, so three sides you need to write it, answer for 15 marks, right? I remember. Okay, so the poet in the poem now asked the fruit sellers, and she went to the fruit sellers and she was, what you are selling? And they have replied that we are selling pomegranate, plum and citron. ఓకే, సో పండ్ల షాప్ అయిన దగ్గరికి పోయి నువ్వేం అమ్ముతున్నావు అని అడిగింది. అడిగితే నేను ఇట్లా ప్రొమోగ్రనేట్ అమ్ముతున్నాను, సిట్రన్ అమ్ముతున్నాను అని, ప్లమ్ అనేది అడుగుతున్నాను అని అన్నాడు. సో షీఈస్ ఆస్కింగ్ అండ్ దే ఆర్ రిప్లైయింగ్, దాట్స్ ఇట్. నౌ as the poet asked the musicians what instruments they are playing, they replied that they are playing on sitar, sarangi and drum. And again she went to the music instrumenter who is playing for that, and she was asked what you are playing, what music you are playing, like that she asked. And what they have replied, we are playing sarangi, drum and sitar. By using that we are playing all that music. Okay, so after that poem asked, Michaelin what they are chanting, and they have replied that spells to bring in a divine power who will inform the magical tricks. ఓకే, అండ్ అగైన్ వాళ్ళు ఇట్లా దేవుని కోసం మొక్కనికి వెళ్ళి చదువుతున్నారు కదా, వాళ్ళ దగ్గరికి పోయి మీరు ఏం చదువుతున్నారు అని అంటే, నేను ఇట్లా డివోషనల్గా పవర్ని పెంచుకోనికే నేను ఇట్లా చాంటింగ్ అనేది చేస్తున్నాను దేవుని యొక్క పేరు అని చెప్పి వాళ్ళు రిప్లై ఇచ్చారు. ఓకేనా, సో So like this, for everyone she's going and she's asking, for everyone she's going and she's asking. Okay, so the last thing, and the last stanza of the poem means the conclusion of the poem. What she have said? So now we will discuss. 1 minute. In the last stanza of the poem, the poet asks that flower girls that they are weaving with the azures and yet flowers, the flower girls are making garlands for the bride and the groom and the lord to the bride for the wedding night. Okay, and again she went to the flowers girls who is making the flower decoration, and she was asked. Again they have replied. Okay, so like this, she is going and she is asking. She is going and she is asking. Okay, what is the conclusion? This is the conclusion, Padma. Okay, the poet Sarojini Naidu. 1 minute. The poet Sarojini Naidu represents an Indian. The poet Sarojini Naidu represents an Indian market to give us a sense of the rich Indian heritage. This poem was her protest against the European products and the appreciation of our own goods. And again, the last stanza, after completing the last stanza, what she have concluded through this poem, and she wants her goal is only one thing, ma. She want to boycott the Western products, and what she want to say, our Indian products is only rich, and she is appreciating our own goods which we are producing and which we are selling in our country. Okay, సో మెనీ ఆఫ్ నౌ ఇప్పుడు చాలా మంది ఏమనుకుంటారంటే అమెరికాలో ఉన్న ట్రెండింగ్ని వాడదాము, అక్కడ ఉన్న ట్రెండింగ్ని వాడదాము, ఇక్కడ ఉన్న ట్రెండింగ్ని వాడదాం అని అనుకుంటారు. కానీ nobody can interested in our own national tradition. Okay, so this is the thing of the Indian cultural. So Sarojini Naidu is proved that she represented as a Indian market is a good appreciation of our own goods. Like this you need to write the answer. For any question only one summary you need to write. Okay, so from unit number 1 this is the students. Okay, now we will discuss unit number 2. In unit number 2, prose and poem you are having. So I have picked if lesson. Okay, so if, what you are learning in if. Okay, so about the author, if was written by Rudyard Kipling. If was narrated by Rudyard Kipling. He was an English author, poet and journalist. He is well known for his works such as Jungle Book, Kim, and poems like If. Okay, so about him we are writing. So he is a good poet, author, and as well as he is a journalist, it seems. Okay, he has received the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1907. In 1907 he received the Nobel Prize in Literature, it seems. Some criticize his works for his depiction of the British imperialism and attitude towards race. And attitude towards race means towards the color, language, region, religion, everything. Okay, this is about the author. You need to write about the author in a 5 to 6 lines. And now we will discuss about the poem. In poem, what we are learning? If is a poem that offers a set of rules to live, written in a dedicated tone, with each stanza offering a lesson or piece of advice. So how we need to do in a life, how we need to live in a life, we are, which a piece of advice he was describing in the poem. The poem is often considered to be a masterpiece of inspirational verse, and it is one of the most famous poems by the Rudyard Kipling. And this poem is the one of the famous poem of Rudyard Kipling. The poem's central theme is the maintaining a strong and resilient spirit in the face of adversity. సో ఇవంతా పోయంలో ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో ద మెయిన్ ఏమేంటి అని అంటే ఇట్ షుడ్ బి స్ట్రాంగ్ అండ్ రీసైలెంట్ స్పిరిట్ ఇన్ ద అడ్వర్సిటీ అని చెప్తున్నారు. సో లైక్ దిస్ యూ నీడ్ టు రైట్ ఇట్ ఇన్ అబౌట్ ది పారాగ్రాఫ్. ఓకేమా, సో నౌ వీ విల్ లుక్ ఇన్ టు దిస్ సమ్మరీ. The poem begins by describing a series of action and attitudes that Kipling believes which lead to success in life. So it was begins by certain of series of actions. సో ఒక సిరీస్ ఆఫ్ యాక్షన్స్తోని ఈ పోయం అనేది బిగిన్ అవుతుంది. సో ఏదైతే బిలీవ్ చేస్తుందో సక్సెస్ ఇన్ లైఫ్, ఈ అర్జ్ ద రీడర్ టు keep your head when all about you are losing theirs, and trust yourself when all men doubt you. And these lines emphasize the importance of maintaining one's composure and one's self confidence in different situations. సో ఇక్కడ ఏం చెప్తున్నారు ఆథర్ అని అంటే, నీకు ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడ చూడు, ట్రస్ట్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్ వెన్ యూ ఆల్ మెంట్ యూ డౌట్. అందరూ నీ మీద అనుమాన పడ్డా కూడా నీ మీద నువ్వు నమ్మకం పెట్టుకో. Everyone is saying that you can't do that work, you can't do that work, but you should have that confidence on you that you should do that work, you will do that work. So like this author has said that. Okay, so now second stanza. In second stanza, what they have discussed in second stanza, encourage the reader to never make a promise that you can't keep. You can't do that work, but you should not give promise to others. You will not read, but you should not give promise to your parents. మీరు చేయలేని పని కోసం మీరు వేరే వాళ్ళకి ప్రామిస్ చేయకూడదు. This is the second thing where author said to you all. And talk with crowds and keep your virtual. These lines emphasize the importance of honesty and integrity in one's relationship and instruction with others. So ఇలా చెప్తే ఏమవుతుందంటే, you prove yourself as a honest person and you prove yourself as a integrity means correct person in your own relationships, whether it may be a mother and son relationship, husband and wife relationship, anything. Okay, so later, uh, the poem advises the reader to be honest and maintain their own values, and even when they're interacting with others. So while interacting with others, you should be honest with you. You should maintain some ethics and values in you. Okay, so this is the second stanza. In third stanza, advises the reader to walk with kings nor lose the common touch. So what it is mean? Fill the forgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run. These lines emphasizes the importance of being able to navigate different social situations and to make to most one's time. The poem advises the reader to be adaptable and to make the most of the time even if it is difficult situation. సో ఈ థర్డ్ స్టాన్సాలో ఏం చెప్తున్నారు అని అంటే, సో వాట్ ఎవర్ యు ఆర్ ఫర్గ్యూవింగ్, యూ షుడ్ బి ఫర్గ్యూవింగ్. ఒకవేళ నీ ఎనిమీ వచ్చి నేను ఫర్గ్యూవ్ చేయాలి అన్నా కూడా నువ్వు చేసే విధంగా నువ్వు ఉండాలి. ఓకేనా? సో యూ షుడ్ నాట్ హ్యావ్ దాట్ ఈగోయిస్టిక్ అండ్ ద attitude problem, and fill the unforgiving minute with the 60 seconds, which it is means the poem advises the reader to be adaptable and to make most of the time even in difficult situation. So you should maintain some time for your personal care. If you are having more difficulty situation also, you should do that. Okay, so that is the respect you are giving to yourself. Okay, not for others also. Okay, students, so the fourth stanza advises the reader, play not with the sinners nor the vain, so and to control your temper. So these lines influences the importance of avoiding negative check. Okay, if you should avoid your negative environment, then only you will succeed in your life. Okay, the poem advises the reader to avoid negative influences, to control their emotions in order to maintain a positive outlook. If you are concentrating on the negative thing, how you will be successful, how you will be positive in your life? Nothing. Sometimes, even for example, even I am also, if I am concentrating on my bad comments, how will I will succeed in my YouTube journey? Correct? Every bad persons will come, some of the idiots will come into your life to make your like positive life into a negative thing, but you should not concentrate on that. You should avoid that type of persons, that type of environment. So that is the thing author is saying in the fourth stanza. That's it, only four stanzas you are having, just we need to conclude it. How we need to conclude it? If you see, if you can fill the unforgiving mate with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the health and the everything that is in end, and which is more, you will be a man, my son. So he have declared like this. What he have declared? Unforgiving minute with the 60 seconds. What's the distance between run yourself in the earth? You should be unforgiving for the minute in the 60 seconds. The final stanza emphasizes the importance of making the one's time and the living up the one's potential. The poem encourages the reader to make one of the most their time and the being best version of themselves. The whole poem, the author, what he was trying to do means, who is reading this the lesson, he should be best version of themselves. He should understand his himself. He should give priority to himself or herself. Okay, so like this it has concluded, the author has concluded in if poem. Okay, so this is the unit number 2, students. So unit number 1, 15 marks summary in the bazaars of Hyderabad, and unit number 2, if summary in the in if summary. Okay, total 30 marks you can score by reading this two summaries as it is. You can write it or else you can write it by your general also. Okay, if you want to by heart this summary means you can by heart, but according to me you should write it in your own way. This is the third chapter that is uh, this is the third unit. Okay, in this third unit you will have two lessons, that is poem as well as prose. Now, as I have said, only poem anything, one poem is enough. The poem or prose, I am choosing only poems of the 4 units, that will be fine. Okay, so this is the Ulysses lesson. About the author, it was written by Alfred Tennyson. He was born on 6th August 1809 in the UK and died in 6th October 1892. Okay, so the poetry was composed in 1833, which present in dramatic monologue. Alfred Tennyson was one of the great poets of the Victorian period. He won the Battle of the Troy. He is the master of descriptive imaginary and rhyme. He was a great poet. This is about the author. He was born in 1809 and he was died in 1892. He was composed like Ulysses poem in the year 1833. He was a great poet and he was the master of the Victorian period. This is about the author. What is about the poem? Alfred Tennyson poem begins with the idea, life and desire to reach beyond one limit of one's sweet revision and normal details of day-to-day life. In day-to-day life, what are the things we are following? What are the things we should do to desire a reach beyond the limit of the one's seek vision? Okay, so ideal life ni ela enjoy cheyali, everything we will discuss in this poem. This is about the poem. Now we will discuss about the summary, so it will be useful to you all. Okay, so what is the Ulysses lesson is saying? Ulysses attained old age and he lives with his life. So Ulysses is a old age person and he lives with his wife. He feels that he was living among the people who don't know about his greatness. What he feels, he thinks that he is living with the people who don't know his greatness. తను ఏమనుకుంటున్నారు, నేనేదో ఈ మనుషులతో బతుకుతున్నాను, వాళ్ళు నా విలువ నేను తెలియలేదు, నేను ఎంత గ్రేటో వీళ్ళకి తెలియట్లేదు అని వాళ్ళు అనుకుంటున్నారు. ఎవరు? యులిసిస్ అనుకుంటున్నాడు. హీ he is interested to continue his travels and achieve more things in the previous life. What he want to do? He continue his travels. He is interested to continue his travels and achieve more precious life. తను ఇంకా ట్రావెల్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నారు, ఇంకా అచీవ్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నారు తన లైఫ్లో. He spent most of his lifetime on the sea as well as the shore. సో తన జీవితకాలం మొత్తం ఎక్కువ అయితే సీ కాడ తను ఎక్కువ టైం అనేది స్పెండ్ చేశారనమాట. ఓకేనా, సో నెక్స్ట్, he has gone through various hurdles and different instance as he gained a lot of experience in his life. So in his life he faced many problems and he gained lots of experience, good experience and bad experience in his life. So we can say that he was a person with experience. Of course, everyone, he is a old age means he will have that experience, he will have that personality, and he will have that he knows that what is good and what is bad, right students? So next para. Ulysses is not interested in being an ideal person as king in his life. So he don't want to be interested as a ideal person, means he should be the king in his life, like that he is not interested, since he has seen many things, visited many places and experienced enough in his lifespan. What he saying, తన జీవిత కాలంలో ఎన్నో చూసినాడంట, ఎన్నో అనుభవించుకున్నాడంట, ఎన్నో నేర్చుకున్నాడంట. అండ్ హీ డోంట్ వాంట్ టు లైక్ ఇంకా తనకి ఇది ఉండాలి అన్నట్టు ఏమీ లేదంట. సో హీ డస్ నాట్ బిలీవ్ దట్ ఓల్డ్ ఏజ్ ఈజ్ ద ఫైనల్. సో తను ఏమనుకుంటున్నారు, ఏజ్ ఈజ్ డస్ నాట్ ఎ మేనర్, ఏజ్ ఈజ్ డస్ నాట్ ఎ థింగ్. ఓకే, సో ఏజ్ ఈజ్ జస్ట్ నంబర్ అని తను అనుకుంటున్నాడు. ఓకే, దేర్ ఈజ్ స్టిల్ ఇన్ హిస్ లైఫ్, సో హీ థింక్స్ దాట్ సంథింగ్ షుడ్ బి డన్. వాట్ హీస్ థింకింగ్, హీ షుడ్ డూ సంథింగ్ ఇన్ హిస్ లైఫ్. ఓకే, ఇంకేదో చెయ్యాలి అని యులిసిస్ అనేది అనుకుంటున్నాడు అంట ఆ ఏజ్లో, ఓల్డ్ ఏజ్లో. ఓకే, సో ఓల్డ్ ఏజ్లో ఇది చెయ్యాలి ఇది చెయ్యొద్దు అనేసి తనకి ఏమి ఉండదు. సో ఫర్ డూయింగ్ వర్క్ ఏజ్ ఈస్ నాట్ అ matter, like that he is saying. He refuses to attempt to believe in weakening and fading in a old age. సో తను ఏమనుకుంటున్నారు అంటే, ఈ వీక్ ఏజ్లో, ఈ ఓల్డ్ ఏజ్లో ఎవరు ఏం పని చెయ్యలేరు అని ఇట్లా అనుకున్న వాళ్ళ దాంట్లో ఏం బిలీవ్ చేయడంట. he can do or anybody can do if they are dedicated to the work, like that he is thinking. He says, don't think that you are weak because you are old and you cannot do anything. ఓకే, సో డోంట్ థింక్, నువ్వు నీకు నువ్వు వీక్ అనుకోకు. ఎందుకు అనుకోకు, నువ్వు ఓల్డ్ కాబట్టి, నువ్వేం చేయలేవు కాబట్టి అని వీక్ అని అనుకోవద్దు మీరు అని అంటున్నాడు. ఓకేనా, మోర్ ఓవర్ హీ హోప్స్ టు లివ్ బెటర్ ఫర్ ద రెస్ట్ ఆఫ్ హిస్ లైఫ్. ఇన్ రెస్ట్ ఆఫ్ హిస్ లైఫ్ హీ వాంట్ టు లివ్ ఇన్ అ బెటర్ థింగ్, ఇట్ సీమ్స్. హీ డస్ నాట్ ఎగ్జామిన్ దట్ life is just a mean breathing as living, and he thinks that his strength should be used for more adventurous in his life. What he is thinking, he should use his life to strengthen and should be more adventurous thing, experience should be there in his life, like that he is thinking. And he is thankful that he is still alive, and moreover he feels that he still has work to do and lot of to enjoy. So he is very much thankful that తను ఇంకా ఇంత హ్యాపీగా ఉన్నాడు, యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ ఇంకా తను చేయాల్సిన వర్క్ చాలా ఉంది, యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ లాట్స్ ఆఫ్ ఎంజాయ్ అనేది కూడా తను చేయాలని చెప్పేసి యులిసిస్ అనేది అనుకున్నాడు. ఓకేనా, సో దిస్ ఈజ్ అ షేమ్, ఇట్ ఈస్ అ షేమ్ దట్ యులిసిస్ ఈజ్ ఐడియల్ ఫర్ 3 days. He ends up distancing himself and watching his hair turns grey. సో ఆఫ్టర్ దట్ తన హెయిర్ అనేది గ్రేలా కలర్లా మారిపోవడం గమనించినారు. హీ స్టిల్ యర్న్స్ ఫర్ నాలెడ్జ్ అండ్ దట్ మీన్స్ టు అక్వైర్ ఇట్. అండ్ ఆల్సో అంత ముసలివాడు అయినా కూడా, గ్రే హెయిర్ వచ్చినా కూడా, హీ వాంట్ టు మేక్ అ నాలెడ్జ్. ఓకే, సో నాలెడ్జ్ అనేది ఉండాలి అని అనుకుంటున్నాడు. ఓకేనా, సో నెక్స్ట్. However, the summary of Ulysses shows that his son Telemach is opposite of his father. So తన కొడుకు ఎవరైతే ఉన్నాడో, సో తండ్రికి మొత్తం ఆపోజిట్ అంట. హీఈస్ ఆపోజిట్ ఆఫ్ హిస్ ఫాదర్. సో హీ సాటిస్ఫైడ్ టు స్టే ఇన్ వన్ ప్లేస్. హీ విష్డ్ టు రూల్ హిస్ పీపుల్ విత్ గ్రేట్ హ్యాపీనెస్. హిస్ సన్ హీ వాంట్ టు రూల్ హిస్ పీపుల్, మీన్స్ హిస్ ఫ్యామిలీ మెంబర్స్, ఇన్ ఎ గ్రేట్ హ్యాపీనెస్. యులిసిస్, 1 minute. Ulysses loves his son and believes he will be a good ruler and honor that family gods. However, Telemach has the father's power. So what the father is thinking, that his son is a great son and he has a capacity to hold the family power, like that he was thinking. And finally, like his son, whoever is there, he was asked the Ulysses power only. Okay, so now last paragraph, 1 minute. Ulysses also imagines the sea calling him. He recollects the exciting journey he toils with his sailors. His hearts and minds are free. Although they are old now, they can still do great things. He wants to explore till his last breath and maybe even meet a child. సో వాట్ హీస్ థింకింగ్ టిల్ హిస్ రాత్రి తను చనిపోయే లోపల వరకైనా కూడా తను ఎన్నో గ్రేట్ థింగ్స్ అనేది హీ విల్ డూ అండ్ హీ హాజ్ ద ఛాన్స్ టు డూ దాట్ లైక్ దాట్ యులిసిస్ ఈస్ thinking. Okay, what is the conclusion part? Ulysses concludes that his hold, his strength and energy are the same, and he has the same good heart as well as the strong will. Thus he always continues to explore the uncovered world and discover many things. So what he's saying, he's saying to be tell simply, he's saying that age is just a number. Okay, if you are having a willing to do that work, you can do it, like that he's saying ma. So this is the Ulysses lesson from unit number 3. Easy lesson, generalized lesson. You can score full marks by writing all this thing. Okay, so the last unit, fourth unit, last lesson we will discuss now. What we are discussing on his having arrived at the age of 23. This is the poem from unit number 4, students. Okay, so about the poem, what you need to learn about the poem, 1 minute, right? The poem on his having arrived at the age of 23 was written by John Milton. He was written, the author of this lesson poem was John Milton. He was born in 9th December 1608 in London. In London, 1608, he was born on 9th December. He he died on 8th November 1674. He born into a middle class family. He was written his poem at a critical time in Milton his life, just after completing his graduation from Cambridge University. So after completing his graduation from Cambridge University, he has written this poem. John Milton, the master of grand style, is one of the most popular poets in English. His poetry, these are the most poem which is famous in his English. Okay, so this is about the poet. So what is the summary of this lesson? What is the summary of this lesson? 1 minute. Hmm. The author expresses his disappointment when he turns 23 years old. He feels regret and says that I have not succeeded yet. I have not achieved anything, but I have came from my childhood to youth. The poem blames time and calls it his stubble theft of youth. He said that recently I became a poet and I have a lot of work to do, but time is too short as I have reached 23 years old. సో ఇక్కడ ఏం చెప్తున్నారు, ఆథర్ 23 years ఓల్డ్, కంప్లీట్ 23 years ఏజ్ వచ్చాక తను ఏమనుకుంటున్నట్టు నేను ఇంకా లైఫ్లో ఏమి చేయలేదు, ఐ హ్యావ్ నాట్ సక్సీడ్ ఇన్ ద లైఫ్, ఐ హ్యావ్ లాట్స్ అండ్ లాట్స్ ఆఫ్ థింగ్స్ టు డూ. సో లైక్ దట్ హీ వాజ్ రిగ్రెటింగ్ హిమ్సెల్ఫ్. బట్ మనకి ఇప్పుడు 21-22 years వచ్చినా కూడా మనం ఏం చేయట్లేదు. సో ఆథర్ ఆ టైంలో అలా థింకింగ్ చేస్తున్నాడు. ఆఫ్టర్ కంప్లీటింగ్ హిస్ గ్రాడ్యుయేషన్ హీ వాజ్ నాట్ ఎట్ ఆల్ గెట్ సక్సీడ్. హీఈస్ ఎ పోయెట్, హీ హాస్ లాట్స్ ఆఫ్ థింగ్స్ టు డూ. బట్ మనకి అట్లాంటివి ఏమైనా ఉన్నాయా? అట్లాంటివి ఏం లేవు మనకి. మనం తిన్నామా, ఉన్నామా, రాసినామా. ఇప్పుడు కూడా చాలా మంది ఎగ్జామ్ సెంటర్స్ బయటనే చూస్తుండొచ్చు, వీడియో అంతా నాకు తెలుసు. సో లైక్ దట్ యూ షుడ్ హ్యావ్ సమ్ గోల్ ఇన్ యువర్ లైఫ్. ఓకే, దిస్ ఇస్ ద థింగ్. సో 23 years ఓల్డ్ అండ్ ఇతను ఏం చేయలేదని ఫీల్ అయిపోతున్నాడు. సో హీ ఫీల్స్ లైక్ హీ ఈస్ నాట్ మెచ్యూర్ ఎనఫ్, బట్ హిస్ ఫిజికల్ అపియరెన్స్ షోస్ దట్ హీ వాజ్ అరైవ్డ్ ఎట్ మ్యాన్హుడ్. సో వాట్ హీ ఈస్ థింకింగ్, this is the not proper age to achieve anything, like that he was thought, but his body and his personality showing that he is a big person, he's a man now, manhood. Okay, he's not a child, right? Milton acknowledged here that he is not deemed a mature as some of the contemporaries, but he expresses a strong desire to use his talents in well mannered and immovable faith in God's will. I reached 21 years old and time I passed like yesterday. What he's saying, ఇక్కడ ఏమంటున్నాడు తను, చెప్పాను కదా తన బాడీ ఒక్కటి ఏమి అర్థమైపోతుందంటే తను పెద్దవాడు అయ్యాడని తెలుస్తుంది. బట్ వాట్ హీ థింక్స్ దట్ 23 ఈజ్ జస్ట్ అ నంబర్. సో ఐ ఆమ్ నాట్ దాట్ మచ్ బిగ్ పర్సన్, ఐఎమ్ స్టిల్ అ స్టూడెంట్, లైక్ దట్ హీ ఈస్ ఎక్స్ప్రెసింగ్. బట్ whatever he is saying that he should use his talents in a well manner, whatever the talents he is having, he should use in a well manner to achieve in his life, like that he was saying that. Okay, next, I reached 21 years and time I పాస్ లైక్ ఎస్టర్డే 21 ఇయర్స్ వచ్చాక కూడా జస్ట్ నిన్ననే నేను పుట్టినా అన్నట్టు తను అనుకుంటున్నాడట. హీ సేస్ దట్ వాట్ ఐ థింక్ షుడ్ బీ యంగ్ ఆర్ ఐ షుడ్ డూ ఇట్ ఓల్డ్ actually depends on the time which is in your God's hand. What he is thinking that what I should do be young, and నేను వయసులో ఉంటే ఏం చేయగలుగుతాను, ముసలితనంలో ఉంటే ఏం చేయగలుగుతాను, అంతా గాడ్స్ హ్యాండ్లోనే ఉంటుంది. ఐ కాంట్ డూ ఎనీథింగ్. ఇఫ్ టైమ్ మీన్స్ కమ్ మీన్స్ ఐ విల్ డూ, లైక్ దట్ హీస్ థింకింగ్. సో హీ థాట్ దట్ హ్యాస్ not have any regrets about it. He trusts that he is under the will of God and the time will come great success. So what he is thinking that నేను గాడ్ అంటే దేవుడి దృష్టిలోనే ఉన్నాను, నేనేం చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు, టైం వచ్చినప్పుడు దేవుడే నన్ను కాపాడుతాడు అన్నట్టుగా he is dependent on the God. Milton dedicated his ability to God as faithful servant and God will make him successful at an appropriate time with his poet powers. Like that he is thinking that కరెక్ట్గా ఉన్నప్పుడు అందరు వస్తారు, నాకే ఏమంటారు దేవుడు అనేది హెల్ప్ చేస్తాడు అనేసి తను అనుకుంటున్నాడు అనమాట. అప్రోప్రియేట్ టైంలో poet will get that powers it seems. Okay, Milton says that whatever happens in his life has done under the supervision and care of God. whatever the things, whatever the ఈరోజు తను బిర్యానీ తిన్నా కూడా అంత గాడ్ వల్లనే అయిపోయింది అనేసి తను ఫీల్ అవుతున్నాడు. ఓకేనా, ఎవ్రీథింగ్ హ్యాపెండ్ ఇన్ ద ప్రెజెన్స్ ఆఫ్ గాడ్ టైమ్ which steeled his youth as brought his career closer to God. Milton's journey is really from questioning to knowledge. He seemed like a true devotee and the good servant to his taskmaster good and God. సో తను ఏమనుకుంటున్నాడంటే ఏదున్నా దేవుడి పైనే భారం వేశాము, నేను ఇప్పుడు ఈరోజు నేను ఈ డ్రెస్ వేసుకున్నానంటే దానికి కారణం దేవుడే అని చెప్పి తను అనుకుంటున్నాడు. సో వాట్ ఎవర్ ద థింగ్స్ ఈస్ హ్యాపెనింగ్ ఇట్స్ జస్ట్ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ ది గాడ్స్ విల్ అకార్డింగ్ టు ద గాడ్స్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూ, లైక్ దట్ హీస్ థింగ్. బై సీయింగ్ ఆల్ దిస్ వీఆర్ గెటింగ్ టు నో దట్ హీ ఈస్ అ డివోటీ. తను ఒక భక్తుడు, దేవుడి యొక్క భక్తుడు అని మనకి అర్థమవుతుంది అని లాస్ట్లో మనం ఇక్కడ చెప్పాము. వాట్ ఈస్ ద కంక్లూజన్? Finally, Milton realized that whatever God does for our good, he declares that justice for always for God and unjustifiable to man. Whatever we will get in our life, that is according to the God's perspective only we will get. So instead of that, we should not be worry about that, like that he is saying. Okay, so మన దృష్టిలో మన ఈ లైఫ్లో ఏది జరిగినా కూడా అంతా గాడ్ యొక్క thing anamata. He is mesmerizing us with his actions or whatever the incidents we are getting, like that. So like that he is just concluded. So this is the 4 summaries which I have discussed in our today's video. So this all PDF I will upload it in Telegram group link is mentioned in description box, students. Okay, so whatever this 4 summaries is enough to score 15 marks. Okay, so in the bazaars of Hyderabad 15 marks, and if lesson 15 marks, and Ulysses lesson 15 marks, and last lesson is 25 years old lesson, total 60 marks. Okay, so try to learn all this summary, only this summaries is enough. Instead of learning all the poem and prose, learn only poem summaries, that will be enough. Any question they may ask in the part B, you can write these answers. Okay, so I will upload this PDF in Telegram group link. Telegram link is mentioned in description box. Okay, students, so once you read this thing, and after that I will upload grammar topics. Okay, this is all about the video. Hope you like this video. If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to our channel. On all the very best for your examination as well as the preparation. So see you all in next video. Don't worry, don't get tensed, paper will be easy ma. So it's all about how you're preparing your examination. Okay, so just prepare all the summaries which I have discussed in this video, and that will be more than enough to score good marks in part B. So especially according to me, part B is very much important compared to the grammar is what within 1 hour you can finish your preparation. Okay, so just concentrate on the part B summaries. Just for this 4 summaries is enough. Okay, so if you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to our channel. Many of you were watching our channel, watching the videos, but you are not subscribing. If you think that this video is worthy, then only do like, share and subscribe, no forcefulment. And instead of subscribing all the entertainment channel, you should subscribe Noma. Then also we will get motivation to do further videos, right? So I can't say more than about this. Okay, once again, all the very best for your examination as well as the preparation. Hope you all will do the good in examination, and do comment me in the comment section after writing the English examination how you felt about that examination. Okay, how question paper was, everything. Okay, so this is all about the video. All the very best, and thank you so much, students.